Hi, this is Mark Remke with pathwaysdojo.com and ninjasinnature.com. And we are on our mentoring series here for Ninja Mentoring. And what I wanted to do with you guys is go into number 3. So in number 1, I went over my personal story on how I found martial arts. In series number 2, I went out how I found ninjutsu, met the Grandmaster in Japan. So if you haven't heard those episodes, go back, check them out. They're really quick. And in this third one, I kind of wanted to get into Pathways Dojo, the creation of it, and Ninjas in Nature, and why we're doing this. And so this story actually takes a different twist than you would think at first. The reason why I'm actually here and doing this is because I had a motorcycle accident when I was younger and I died. And after I came back, they shocked me back to life with the pads and all that good stuff. I was like, whoa, what am I doing here on this planet? Like, you kind of question things like everything that's going on in your life. And one of the things that came to me is that I was supposed to be helping people out. And specifically, I wanted to try to help kids out. And I've been given so many good mentors in my life and teachers in my life and tools to use that it was just really cool. I had a great Cub Scout leader. I had amazing parents and a strong background being raised by this really cool progressive church and things like that. And then I also got amazing teachers through martial arts. When I had that accident and had this life experience, I was like, whoa, I really want to get things moving here. And so I knew that I was supposed to help people out. But now we fast forward like 20 years later. And after all of the things in life and all of the things that I was learning and things like that, the opportunities start to unfold. My instructor, who I was under for a long time, moved out of town and said, hey, it's time for you to take over this dojo and start one on your own. And it's time for you to go on your way. And so I started a dojo and we went through all these different locations. We taught at the University of Santa Cruz and we had some in garages. We trained outdoors in parks. It was like really cool how that all started to unfold. And then I started to meet really good martial artists. And after you've been in martial arts for a long time, you start realizing, oh, you keep getting kicked up in rank and all this. And before you know it, you're kind of at the top of this rank chart thing. And then you're like, wow, okay, well, I'm going to keep going to Japan, training with Hatsumi, going to seminars, keep my training coming. But now I got to really give this back. And I met some really cool people in Tai Chi and Qigong, and they were in this circle who they were like, I wanted to be a ninja my whole life. Like, can you train me? And I'm like, cool, you train me and let's trade. You teach me more about Tai Chi and you teach me about Qigong and you teach me about healing. And so we were kind of doing all these cool trades back and forth. And then we were sitting one day in this coffee shop and I was like, you know what? I've always wanted to make this center for healing for people and for martial arts. And so I was like, the pathway to healing, the pathway to martial arts is very similar, but you can choose a path. Some people might not want to bang and get into all that cool heavy duty stuff. They might want the healing path more. And some people might go, oh no, I want martial arts, so I'm good with the healing. I'm got that covered. And some people integrate both of them. And so pathways is actually where that came from. We said you could take the healing path or the martial path, but there was something that was kind of missing from that path. And it was a yearning inside of myself from maybe my old days as a Cub Scout and being in the military. I loved being out in nature and like doing fires and having a campfire and stuff like that. But the ninja had survived their whole life and persevered, and they had to go on these missions like special forces guys, and they knew how to use the land. So I said to the Grandmaster one day, I was in Japan, I said, Sensei, I really want to know, when do we get to learn friction fires, debris shelters? Like, I want to know that stuff. And he said, hey, I want you to go out and find that out, because now you're 15th Dan, and what 15th Dan is like the highest rank you could get in our art, ninjutsu. And he goes, now see what you can do to bring something back to the art. And I was like, oh. And he goes, I have all of that stuff written down in the scrolls, but I haven't practiced it myself that much. I've concentrated more on the stuff that is like in the room, and that we've gone outside, we've done spear training and all this other stuff, but I didn't focus on the survival skill training as much. So if you want that, you need to go out and find survival instructors and people that are doing that. And that's where I started going on a really big quest. And I found all sorts of amazing people that teach this. And so some of the similarities with like some of the American Indian tribes that are out there, like some of the scouts, have all of these skills. And they were very much like the ninja, where they had to persevere and overcome all of these adversities in life and learn how to survive. So I've got some really cool people on the team here of Ninjas in Nature that have put a lot of time in. Like they've been to the Tom Brown Tracker School, and they've done a bunch of nature courses with people, and they've learned bird language and how to do all sorts of different things with tracking and plant and animal identification and processing, and how to pick foods and eat them naturally. And that's where it was like, oh, this is the thing that was missing from the Pathways Dojo: the martial path, the healing path, and the nature connection path. And naturally, people in the dojo are mentors, and the people that are doing nature connection are mentors. And the people that are doing healing, they're connecting as well. So all of these three things combined start to become just synergetic. They like completely work together. And there's mentors with every single one of these. And so the mentoring part of what we're doing and teaching is what I'd like to get into in the 4th episode. But this is the creation of how Pathways started and how Ninjas in Nature began. A little background for you guys on this. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. And if you were inspired and you want to know more about any of those programs, check out pathwaysdojo.com or ninjasinnature.com. My name's Mark Remke, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'll see you on episode number 4 of this series.